Just dropped and we are live. Wow, the temperature just dropped like 5 degrees as we were waiting for the
finally we have a little relief with all the lovely rain that we just got. So we had intended to come to you earlier, and then the sky opened up with life-giving water. So some of our imagery today is going to be quite lovely because it's going to have little raindrops on it. So today is Monday and we're doing our What's in Bloom. We had intended to do this for you Saturday, but we could not make the programming work on Saturday. So we're bringing you What's in Bloom today on day one of our week about stress relief.
Brought to you by Keeler Gardens, which is a 501c3 on the north side of Chicago. You can find more information on our website, keelergardens.com, or email Gina at keelergardens.org. Or me, Ed, at keelergardens.org also.
So lots of wonderful upcoming things going on. Our website is going to be improved very, very soon, we hope. We're working on that. And, if you have any questions on details about our mission or vision, please do let us know.
So today is day one of
stress relief.
Excellent.
So we did have a watcher, one of our viewers, that asked us to feature the concept of relieving stress. So we're going to be doing that in a bunch of different ways. And today, because it's our What's in Bloom tour, we're going to talk to you about relieving stress with flowers. So I'll be putting in the comments a link to an article that discusses a couple studies that focused on changing attitude, mood, and amount of stress, or let's say judgment of stress relief based on being exposed to lovely flowers, whether it's in a nature setting or flowers sitting in a vase on your table.
Hi, Dr. Cafaro.
Hello, Dr. Cafaro.
She would like to know how improved. Thank you. Re-stress.
That's a good question with respect to studies. So the link that I'm going to put on there will have the information on how many people were studied and what the results were. I don't have those numbers memorized, but I can certainly point that out. And there are probably many different studies we can reference doing a simple Google search. This was an article that I found that referenced 2 or 3 different studies that I found interesting and well written. But by no means are we endorsing any one particular study over another. The way that these studies work is they take groups of people, numbers of people, and they subject them to different variables. One group will have no variables, so they'll be like the control. Their lives will just be going on like they always have. Another group may be getting a flower delivery. Another group may be encouraged to go out and take a walk in a blooming garden.
Hi, Maggie.
Hey, Maggie. So what we're talking about here is how those different things affect our stress levels. Now, some studies will actually do stress tests or heart rate tests, but many studies use a scale, questioning scale. Your stress level right now is 10. You're exposed to the variable. What is your stress level now?
A Likert scale.
It's a relative measurement.
Gotcha.
So depending on the study, would give you, you'd have to look into the study to determine where those numbers come from and how they're figured out.
You have a study that you're going to put in the comments after the video, correct?
I'm going to put an article that references a couple different
Oh,
studies.
perfect.
Okay? So to give you a little stress relief right now, we're going to take a lovely walk around the space and remind you what's in bloom and what we're excited about, what we're waiting on. Spirea here is still going, and you can see the different colors and blooms. These flowers are almost done. The brown ones are done. So what we're going to do is we're going to have hopefully one of our newest interns come and help us prune away, deadhead away these branches to allow for more blooms to come through. As we walk this way, you'll see here we may have one more peony depending on temperature.
Nice.
All right, we're walking through some more. Back, little splashes of purple. That is catmint on flowers on stalks. And if we go slightly to the left and up, you'll see, I don't know if you can see the little blue dots. Those are little bellflowers of Clematis. Hello, Sue. Hello, Maggie. Nice to see you both. We're taking you for a little tour.
Can
on
I
what's
just
in
point
bloom.
out this? Because even though it's out of bloom, it looks so cool.
So
out
this
of
is
bloom.
called prairie smoke, and this is why it's called prairie smoke. Once the flowers bloom, they're not really substantial. They're maybe the size of a dime or a nickel. After they bloom, it sends out these little filaments and they float in the wind. Now this one's pretty much dry, the filaments are brown, but at its heyday, these filaments are pink or white. Smoke bush is another one that does that, which we might be able to show you depending on if our connection holds. Still in bloom are the wonderful penstemons, and behind it you'll see the white splashes of these flowers. This is elderberry, Zambuca. We're looking forward to the berries on that. We'll talk about that when those come to us. In the back corner, I don't know if you can see back right over there, these are oak leaf hydrangeas. We're used to the hydrangeas that look like big snowballs. These are more cone shaped, and they're just starting to open up, so their bloom time will go quite a bit. And then over here we have our bellflower, our campanula bellflower. This is an interesting genus, Campanula. You'll notice that they look like little bells. We also have Campanula elsewhere, and it's a blue flower, and it looks completely different.
Cool.
All right, let's come and see if we can show them that Campanula, blue Campanula. Follow me. So this is the blue Campanula. Look at this beauty. Look at that beauty. Can you see that? So it's not really like a bell per se.
Looks more like a balloon flower almost.
It does, and balloon flowers are a ways out.
Yes.
But look at all the buds. This is going to be covered in these beautiful blue
Wow.
flowers.
Does Lady Mantle ever get a flower?
Lady's Mantle does get a flower, and
But-
you can see it right now, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I see it.
This is Lady's Mantle's flower. See, they're tiny, and they sort of glow a chartreusey, yellowy green.
But the reason I like Lady's Mantle is I
Look
love
at
taking
how it
pictures
bleeds.
of it.
Yeah.
The,
So
the water tension on it.
when it's in a good, bright but shady spot, all of these leaves would be covering this area, and then all these little stems of flowers would be shooting up. We had a little, the Lady's Mantle had to duke it out with a shrub that was covering a little bit too much, so the area wasn't as dense as it has been in the past. If you come around the corner, you'll see what a nice grouping of it looks like with those bright yellow flowers popping out at the top. That's Lady's Mantle.
Going down there too.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we'll come around.
We had some Clematis over here in bloom.
We did. We showed them on the other side. So we're taking you for a walk through the garden to see what's in bloom to relieve some stress for you. This is our Clematis. And then on the left, the blooms are fading, but it's such a unique... That's another Campanula, but this is so unique I thought it might be interesting to
Ooh.
focus on. This is called Ascot's Rainbow
Are those like little red
Euphorbia.
flowers in there?
Yeah, little red flowers in there.
Oh, wow.
Fun.
Very cool.
Yeah. So not a bloom, but an exciting feature is we have blueberries.
Ooh, look at that.
These are berries. As soon as they turn blue, they will be blueberries.
That's the blueberry.
That's this right here.
And
These are
what is
blueberries.
this plant?
This is also a blueberry.
Okay.
We did not see flowers on it, so we didn't see berries on it.
Okay, because that's what I've been putting my coffee grounds
They're
on.
both blueberry.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Great. Let's see, what else is in bloom? Feverfew and clover, some consider
Well,
them...
Oh, yep.
Some consider them weeds. We leave the clover for the bees. You can see that's in bloom. And feverfew is an old sort of medicinal feverfew. It brings down fevers, but it makes this lovely little daisy flower. But we cut it down before the flower dies away
Seeds.
because the seeds just go everywhere.
Right.
All right.
And you can see that starting last year, I decided that I would rather have clover than lawn.
So we just let the clover go, and then when we mow, it mows it down with it.
Yep.
So
You get a lot more pollinators that
we've
way.
been talking about our roses in the
Roses.
past. I don't know if we ever showed everyone the wild rose.
Okay.
So
Woohoo!
what?
It's a wild rose.
Oh, okay. It's a woohoo rose. So you can see the wild roses are different than the hybrid and ornamental roses because there's only 5 petals. These got beat up by the rain.
Yeah.
But they only have 5 petals and they open wide. They smell wonderful. But there's
And you look, there's
multiple
more
buds. Yeah, they're coming. And I have to deadhead these two to make room
And
for more.
speaking about coming soon,
Our milkweed is on its way. We're very excited about all the milkweed. And then our bush honeysuckle is blooming. These lovely little flowers that dot the end of every branch. In the background, I don't know if you can see, that is a hybrid rudbeckia. I don't know if it's called tiger eyes.
My finger was in the way.
So it's all these, you can see like there's a yellow dot there and there's a yellow dot there. Those are going to open up into really nice, almost sunflower looking guys. All right. Same over here. This is going to be a lovely yellow coneflower. It's called, it's not rudbeckia, it's Retibita.
Okay.
Let's see. Again, this is an interesting time of year. This is a very green time of year where all of our spring and late spring blooms are just about fading, and we're just starting with the summer blooms with the roses and the clematis and the honeysuckles. And soon we'll be moving into the full swing of summer with our milkweeds, the celine, the baptisias that bloom later. See, this is a white baptisia. Our blue baptisia bloomed earlier. A stilbay, ironweed, culver's root, these are all on their way. All right, and we're going to take you around this way to look at our tri-colored clematis. We put 3 different clematis plants on this trellis for visual enjoyment, and they all happen to bloom at the same time. Different clematis blooms at different times. We have another clematis that bloomed weeks ago, and I do believe I put a an Instagram post about that. But here we have a beautiful, small but lovely deep purple. We have this lovely lavender bell, and down here, now these are fading a little, they bloomed earlier, a burgundy, a reddish burgundy. In the back, we have a large purple. It's sort of like the cultivar Jackmanii.
I think we can make it.
We think we can make it, and we have a white, which is lovely. Do you want to go that way?
No, it's too wet.
Okay.
We'll come around this way in just a second.
And we're letting guests on the street walk by.
Look at the arbor go.
That was sweet autumn clematis.
And
again, another clematis that will bloom
in the autumn,
much later. So it's called sweet autumn because it blooms in quote unquote autumn, but it really is late summer that it blooms.
Our
you can
roses
see
are doing well.
How wild it's going. So we have roses both at the bottom left, and we also have climbing roses on this side. And you can see some of them are still coming. This is a beautiful princess pink. All right, we're going to see if the connection will hold. Along the side here, again, very green, but we do have some hydrangeas. This is a...
I didn't realize this guy was blooming already.
This is a native hydrangea. It's called Hydrangea serrata. It is a cultivar, but serrata is a native hydrangea. And then we mentioned the oak leaf hydrangeas. Look at the shape of that leaf.
Bit closer look at it.
Yeah, and then you'll see the flowers, and all those are going to pop open.
Okay.
We have a rebloom of some of our columbine. This is a nice shady area, so it didn't get too hot too fast for them. Another round of oak leaf here, hydrangea. And then we're going to show you the smoke bush and the 2 clematis that we have in the back.
Honeysuckle's still going.
Honeysuckle's some still going, but you can see that many of the flowers. So we do have faded flowers here. We may have a few more buds coming. And salvia is in bloom. That you'll see everywhere.
I walked right by it, sorry.
Yeah, you'll see salvia all over the place. It's
I always
very
mistake
popular.
it for lavender when I see it.
Very similar. So here we have a white. The way that the lighting is on it right now, you can barely tell. It has like a pinkish lavender tinge to it. When the sun shines on it, it's quite extraordinary. I don't know if you can get it from the underside. The veining has a darkness to it that really offers it a hint of another color.
I wish I had the camera out. There's a drop that's getting ready to fall off the petal.
Oh, I see it.
Looks so cool.
And then over here, next to it, we have that Jackmanii.
Sorry, I was still looking at you.
Style. Jackmanii. It's a much bigger flower, same deep purple. This is, and I don't know if this is actually the Jackmanii cultivar, but it's very similar to that one. And then I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but this.
I'm going to just back up, and the smoke. Yeah, we're back.
Okay. So can you see? This is all little filaments that have come off the flowers, and it's grabbed all the drops of water. We'll try to take some pictures of this because it's really a stunning
See
addition.
if I can hold the connection here. I love the look of this.
It's incredible. And this guy can get like 15 feet tall or more. So we're going to try
If
to
you're in the
get 'em
area
to
at
bush out.
Keeler and Addison
There
at the corner of the
at
church.
the corner of the church has enormous ones.
And there's a cat in bloom.
There's a cat in bloom, and in the distance you can see the Oenothera that we've talked about before, and again with the bellflower.
Your roses are doing well.
There's some roses there. Stilbay is on its way. So that is again very green, very rich. If we look down a little bit, we'll see that the sedum, the stone crop ground cover, that is Kampschaticum. The yellow flowers, that's in bloom.
Mm-hmm. And way in the back, I'm not going to walk back there, we can see the snowballs starting in the back corner.
There's snowballs and some red roses, yeah. So things are dotted with color right now. It's really quite lovely. And then there'll be some nice changes soon where we'll see some big pops of color. The phlox will come out, the thistle will come out, the coral berry is popping. But really, the coral berry show is its berries. So when those berries come out, we'll have gardenias be coming out soon. Hopefully, we'll be in a position where we can actually visit and enjoy the wonderful scents of the gardenias. So we've given you a little walk, a little tour to enjoy the flowers. Hopefully, letting the plane go overhead. Hopefully, this has given you a little respite and a little break and a little deep breath for some stress relief for you. We're here this week talking all about the different aspects of stress relief and what we can do here at Keeler Gardens to offer you some programming to reduce stress for you. I'll include the link to that article that references a couple studies. If you have questions or if you want something more specific, let me know. I'll try to find more information for you. If you have questions on any of the things we have in the room, let us know. One of our viewers is the one who suggested this
topic this week
on stress relief. If anyone else has a topic they'd like us to cover, please let us know. Always want to be a resource for you. We want to answer your questions and be here for you. So I think
if they need to get a hold of us,
I am Gina at KeelerGardens.org.
I'm Ed at KeelerGardens.org also, and our website is KeelerGardens.com.
So we would love to see you join us tomorrow.
Yep.
To learn more about what we're doing here.
Make sure you are following us on Facebook to get notifications when we go live. And also, if you're watching the replay on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and like this video so that you can get notifications when we post these videos over on YouTube in sometimes a little bit higher quality. So that's all we got today. So we're now down to hashtag stick around. And by us both saying it that way, I don't think either one of us planned for hashtag stick around because we were just waiting to get out here for breaking rain.
I can give you from our stress relief message. I can give you another little trick or piece of information, and I might actually repeat this on other days because it's a wonderful trick.
Oh, then it's not special. So this is the only time you get to hear it.
This is the only time you get to hear it. I'm sorry. Ed is very strict about his hashtags.
Well, I don't want to be accused of giving something special away and then later no.
I don't have the reference to the study, and I can try to find it for you. But I was on a webinar a couple days ago, and a study was referenced that compared the stress relief of pharmaceuticals for, let's say, depression versus the concept of deep, consistent, counted breathing. And the activity of deep breath actually was comparable or better in result for alleviating depression in this particular study. And all it is just a concentrated count to 4 deep breath in, count to 4 deep breath out. And doing that every day, at least once a day, 3 times, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, can actually aid in improvement of mood. And in this particular study, it was a relief of depression. So I will try to find more of these studies and more links and more references for everyone. But I highly, highly recommend just a 4 count, deep breath in, 4 count, breath out, and keep it all smooth. In, out, in, out. Just do it 3 times and take the benefit of that relief. So thank you for sticking around. We hope to see you again tomorrow.